This is Ashwin again. Till now we have seen how to create the objects, how to define the classes, the difference between the methods and the functions in Python. We have also seen how to use the docstrings. So in this particular video tutorial we are going to see why Python is called as a truly object-oriented programming language. If you have seen the title of this video, it is everything is an object in Python. So let's see how everything is an object in Python. So now here there are two obvious objects before us. The first object is P1, which is the object of class point, okay, and the other object is P2, which is also an object of class point. So there is okay, let's delete these statements because these will be unnecessary distraction from the topic while executing the code. Okay, and let's try to save this piece of code. It's prog05. Okay, so there is a particular function known as type in Python which actually returns the data type of that object. Okay, so I'm saying object, but let's see it with our own eyes whether it is an object or not. Okay, so now this particular command is going to, this Python statement is going to print the type of P1. Okay, we already know that the type of P1 is point, but let's see. Okay, so it says the type of point P1 is class main point. Okay, so its type is class point. So let's do the same trick with P2, and it will return the same output. So now here in case of P1 and P2, we explicitly know that these are objects. We have actually created them ourselves, but almost every entity in Python is represented by means of object. So even the code file that we are writing is a module which is also an object. Also, suppose if you want to have an integer, let's have some simple example. So if you want to have an integer here like a equal to 5 and pi is a float 3.14, okay, and text should be something like hello world. Okay, now let's try to print the types of a, pi and text. Say print type of a. Let's copy and paste the same statement. Let's say pi, and finally text. Let's see the output. See, as you can see, the first one is an integer, the second one is a float, and the third one is a string. Okay, so all of these are the objects, okay, of class integer, class float, and class string respectively. So let's have another example. We have been using this function print, okay, since we have gotten started with programming of Python. Okay, so let's see the type of this print function itself. Type of print. Okay, so it should return us something. Okay, it says built-in function or method. So it is an object of type, it is an object of class which is built-in function or method. So almost everything in Python is an object. So let's see whether class point is what sort of object class point is. So if I run, okay, so it says it is the object of class type. Okay, and let's say what sort of type the function type itself is. I mean, this is crazy, but let's see for the sake of saying it. Okay, okay, it also says now again type. So as I have told you, almost everything is in Python is an object. So let's have some docstring for this, sample docstring of class point. Let's see the type of the docstring, DOC. So to avoid the confusion, I'll delete all the preceding print type statement. See, it says it is the object of none type. Okay, it is the object of none type, but still it is the object of some class. Okay, so if you try to print the type of anything, I mean anything, it is going to tell us something. Okay, it is going to return us some class. Okay, so let's run this module. Okay, it is again saying it is the type int. Okay, so as you can see, every entity in Python is treated as an object. Okay, so a few objects are we are creating those objects explicitly, like P1 and P2 in this case. So as well as these whenever we declare whenever we assign any integer value to any variable, that variable automatically becomes the object of type object whose class is int. Okay, so these int, char, or text or float, these are like built-in classes in Python. So this is how everything is treated as an object in Python 3. Thanks a lot.